Hello, 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 it's Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. This process is for project 3 for the Spruced Up Collection using the workshop kit. I am a consultant. There is my contact information. All right, off to project 3, which is a double spread layout, and we're going to do layout number 1. That's layout number 2 I'm showing you, but I'm going to flip back to layout number 1, and I'm going to put my own twist on it. Again, everything is in your kit to mimic project 3, layout 1, exactly as that photograph's there, and then the instruction and diagram is below. I'm going to change out that word together and use the wood veneer, Cherish This, which is for project 4. We'll come back and I'll tell you how I changed project 4. I'm also going to bring in from my stash those 2 washi tapes and those snowflakes from Felicity Jane. That was in my stash. All right, per the instructions, we're supposed to cut off a 1/4 inch from the bottom, and then you're not supposed to use it. But I flip it over and use it at the top instead of the other zip strip. And my washi tape that I bring in, which is a hunter green with burgundy little deer, ties in that red or that burgundy color. We're supposed to use this side of our pre-cut photo mat paper, but I flip it to use, again, that burgundy side. All right, we're supposed to place these 3 scallops at the end or at the bottom of this layout. I decide to scoot it up at the 4-inch mark so that the focus again is on the photograph, that your eye is drawn to the photograph. And now you can see I thought I was going to start the scallops at the 3-inch mark, but I go up to the 4-inch mark and I just flip it. The scallops are originally in the original workshop kit for them to be faced up. I have them facing down. So the first scallop, which is the green, is at the 4-inch mark. The next one, which is the cream color and green, is at the 4.5-inch mark. And then that last wood grain one is at 4 3/4 mark. All right. And I am using my Close to My Heart mat. That is an awesome mat. You can flip it over and it's got the little bit of foam for stamping. It is awesome. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. And it cleans off easily, really easy. And I'm not picky with my mats. I mean, I'm not real careful, so I get splatters and everything, and it just wipes off with a baby wipe, and none of the numbers come off. All right, per the instructions, we're supposed to use the tree house that's white, and then use the sticker sheet, which I did, and that wood veneer. We're supposed to use that gray deer per the instructions, so I'm following that so far, like it said. And then there's one other small sticker of rows of trees that you're supposed to bring in. All right, here I'm trying to figure out where I want my washi tape. I decide that that green is going to go against that wood grain scallop, and then I'm going to bring in the cream color. I'm showing you here. I'm going to secure everything down. I pause my video and then I come back. So I glue down the wood veneers, that wood veneer that says Cherish This, using the wet adhesive from Scotch. So it's called now Tacky Glue. At the top, I wasn't sure if I wanted 2 rows of washi tape or just 1. I decide to stick with just the 1 and add that to the top. I take away that cream one. So even for layout number 2, we're going to have the zip strip at the top, 1 washi tape. Down where the scallops, we're going to have 2 washi tapes, the green and then that the cream color, then the green with the kind of mauve deer. And in person, you can tell how this just goes together perfectly. My title, again, is going to be Cherish This Snow Day. At the bottom, I decide to remove the wood veneer tree, and add the word Happy Place. And I pop that up using the foam adhesive from Close to My Heart. All right, here comes those little gray snowflakes. First I use a different color, or I thought I'd use 3 different colors. And then I decided, no, I need to tie in the gray with the deer so that your eye comes across like a C shape, all right? Or you can go across my page. All right, so layout number 1 of project 2 is done, and we're going to move to layout number 2. Again, I add my own little twist to this layout, but I mimic my washi tape, the zip strip. I stick with 1 photograph. Again, I use my 3 scallops, but I just flip it and I do the same thing. I start at the 4-inch mark. Right now you see me getting the birch wood die cut piece. Like I said earlier, each layout comes with its own exclusive die cut sheet. I follow the instruction. It says to place that birch wood tree over to the right. I do have to cut the end of it off, but first I'm going to cut that 1/4 inch strip here. It's going to go in the top of the layout. You're going to see me place that here. All right, why I am ahead of myself. These photographs are about my trip to Oregon, just myself. My other family members went a different direction. We needed to kind of split this holiday up so that I could see my father and then my husband to go see his side of the family, and Joseph went with Jeff. All right, so now back to this layout. So I'm in Oregon and it snows, which is always typical in Central Oregon where my dad lives, that you're guaranteed that it's always going to snow at Thanksgiving time there, not for Christmas. And I don't think my dad told me it didn't snow Christmas Day up there or Christmas week. It snowed beforehand and melted. It didn't get quite as much as we did during Thanksgiving week. And we got 8 inches of snow, and some places got a foot, and then of course up in the mountains there was a ton of snow. I mean, they are so excited that if they can open up the ski resort sooner, they will do it. I mean, they'll work 24 hours around the clock, and that's exactly what they did. And that was the big news thing, local news, was getting the ski resorts, because my dad is where he lives is next to probably 6 different ski resorts, all within an hour from each other. Some are within 30 minutes, and one is within, well, I guess that's about 30 minutes for about 3 of them. All right, so back to the layout. I'm going to place that birch trees there. And you notice that I was adding pop dots. So in person, it has like this 3-dimensional kind of look to it because I added some foam pop dots on some of those trunks of the tree, and some are flat. So that's another tip there. That is not part of the instructions, just to let you know. But I would highly recommend doing that. So you can see I'm adding some wet adhesive, and then I'm taking the back of the foam dot, and so some's going to lay flat, some's going to be raised. It's going to give that 3-dimensional look in person. It's really cool, just by using a paper piece die cut. All right, and then let's see, what do I do next here? Oh, I'm securing my scallops down, and on layout 3, I pretty much follow the diagram on laying out the trees. Again, for whatever reason, I decided not to put those wood veneer trees. I think it's because I was trying to follow the rule of 3, and I didn't have a 3rd place for my wood veneers, okay, to either make that L shape, C shape, or S shape, or a diagonal type shape across your page. So I stuck with the the concept of, you know, odds, but just one. All right, so here comes in the paper trees. Also, what's cool about these paper trees, they scored them. And again, you can get a three-dimensional look because they scored them in right down the middle and you squish them up. I know you can't tell from the screen here, but they are squished up a little bit and there's foam adhesive behind them. All right, now I'm trying to determine where I want my title. And I thought I might want it at the top, and I'm like, no, it's too heavy. I want your eye to start right at the left-hand corner of the photo at that point and come down. So I put the title at the bottom, and now you're going to see why I changed my title. I wanted to say this is the best place because in that photograph there on my dad's property, I said this in my other process video, there are Oregon mule deer, and they are huge. And when they get their winter coat on, they're really gray, and the tip of their tail is black. But anyway, like I said, it's in the midst of snowing, and this buck, and he still had, I was surprised, his antlers still had velvet on it, which was odd. So he must have been young. And he laid down, that buck laid down right there. And so I have an arrow pointing to that buck. So here, that's why you see that cork arrow there on my photograph. It's right next to where that buck is. Beautiful. They are beautiful deer. All right, so this is my double spread layout here. So you can see how it goes together. I'm bringing it close up so you can see some of the dimension. You could even add, I did not do this, you could even add some foam adhesive under those scallops to add some more interest and dimension to your layout. I did not. And see where those snowflakes are to the left of the photograph. At the very end, I have a new still shot, and I put it to the right. And when I put the two layouts together, it just flowed better that way. So I'm showing you the dimension on the birchwood tree. So there you go. So those snowflakes that on the right-hand side, see right there, go to the left. And the layouts are complete. Thanks for following along. If you are interested in this collection, please contact me. You can Facebook message me or leave a comment below. You can find this in the new idea catalog book on page 8 and 9 for January, February of 2020. Until next time, have a great day. Have a great evening. Bye.